Ladies, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see by the title of my show, that Google, and I will say Google Alphabet and or the entities that control not just the internet but the world, they have taken a special interest in Michael Fazio. So we will devote this next live stream to the special interest that the algorithms, baby, the algorithms have taken in Michael Fazio, their interest. So let's just start off with yesterday. There's a gentleman named Two Bears, and I think his name is in the title of this live stream. And he's a working class man. I think that's what he says, that he does physical labor, and I have no reason to not believe him. But he projected his opinion as to why the view counts and why my subscriber base has been decimated to the point that less than 1% of my subscribers, of my 19,000 subscribers, less than 1% get notices. I don't know what the percentage is. I have no idea. All I know is that I put out a video, let's say, about the coronavirus, and it will get on a live stream, and these are documented numbers that I went through on my live streams for the last week. The live stream itself will get, on average, it was 238 views during the live stream. Now, Blue Rose will confirm this. Then over the next 24 hours for some videos and 48 hours for other videos, it will show somewhere between 12 and 30 more views. So just average 238 to 240, and then add on average 20. So I put out a 2-hour live stream to 19,000 subscribers, and I get 260 views, but 240 of those views are on the live stream itself. So anybody can see that there's a live stream going on. So then basically that 20 of my subscribers or thereabouts out of 19,000 are getting notices. Jack Thompson, you were right. If you would have called me up 20 minutes ago, I would be upset. Man, bear, pig, God day to you too. I did try to call you the other day, but you didn't answer. I actually had something I wanted to, I think I did send it to you. I don't remember if I sent it to you or not, but I did try to call you when I had some time. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to put you on live stream on Skype with Warren, because at the time I called Blue Rose, he wasn't available. But that's just not going to be possible now. But thanks for stopping by. And also I had the videos that I post at the $20 mark on Patreon. I wanted to send those directly to you, but in fact, if you'll notice how I did get them to you in a different way. So if there's a question about that, let me know. I'll call you after the live stream. Jack Thompson. Okay, so Two Bears came on to my show yesterday. Although I only met Two Bears a few weeks ago, Two Bears came on my show. So let's just break it down. So I was a little bit upset with Two Bears because his understanding, thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking care of that guy. So Two Bears came on my show believing that he knew how the internet worked. So I don't know why he even put something as ridiculous up on the screen as he did, and I wasn't in any mood for people that don't understand me. I don't care if you understand the internet or not, but you don't understand me. So here is, for Two Bears, I'm going to have just a conversation just between you and me for about 30 or 40 seconds. Number one, I've been on the internet since 1990, number one. So I have a pretty good understanding of how the internet works. Number two, I've been on the internet before I was being censored, and every video I put out went viral instantly. Within minutes, it went viral. This was before Google bought YouTube. Number three, I've been on the internet for 10 years. I have had countless amounts of videos or what I call the $10,000 Fazio challenge to prove that I'm lying about something. It doesn't matter what it is that you think you can prove that I lied about. Maybe some of my federal or state licenses, maybe something that's in the body of my book. Maybe it's something that I talk about how the internet works. So countless challenges and videos telling you millions of pieces of information, or allowing you to go through links to get to millions of pieces of information. If I take a piece of information from a link that I read and then did further research on, that's all I have to go on. But my own personal discoveries about the dollar bill, they're factual. And we're going to talk about these, I don't know what to say. We're going to talk about these New World Order type channels that can say almost exactly what I say, and their subscriber base has not been decimated. The bells for their subscribers have not been removed. Their subscribers get their views. I have 4 or 5 people in the Philippines, well, 2 specifically, that have absolutely worthless uploads, complete garbage, okay? Complete garbage. I hope that neither one of you come on, and I hope you never come on my show again, and I hope that you never try to say that it's not you. I hope that, so if you're out there listening, and you probably are, your shows are garbage compared to my shows. Your live streams are garbage compared to my live streams. Okay, so if you want to come on and debate this with me, I will debate it with you, but I'm not gonna go easy on you. So we have 2 Philippines bloggers whose shows are basic, general subterfuge and garbage. For the most part, all they do in their live stream is if someone makes a comment, they read the comment. And they say, hey, where you from? And then the guy tells them, I'm from Illinois. Illinois. And then they tell some stupid story about Illinois that they either made up or they heard when they were a kid. But their live streams and their video uploads are garbage. So my live streams interact with people. And yet their live streams or shows, some worthless show about something which is clickbait in the title, will get 15,000 views in 24 hours. And my uploads, where I go out and knock around with the guys in the jeepneys and the tricycles and the people in the city and have fun and make them laugh, construction sites. Neither one of these 2 guys have ever walked onto a construction site. Neither one of them. Their videos are basic garbage, but each one gets between 7,000 and 15,000 views in 24 to 48 hours. So what's happening is YouTube and or Google and or the New World Order and or the people that control the internet, as Scott Del Fuego said in one of his comments from the last live stream, they have censored my channel to the point of decimating the view counts. They have come this close to terminating my channel without terminating it because I haven't really broken any of the rules. That's what Scott said in his one of his last comments and that's true. Okay, so digressing back to Two Bears for a moment, and then we'll get on with the show. There is a show coming up. So it's impossible that only Michael Fazio of these 3 bloggers in the Philippines, which I'm going to repeat, the other 2 giving away who they are, but they know who they are. And the last time I did something called the shout out video, both of these magical zeros of YouTube blogging community showed up, and both of them conversed with each other back and forth for the entire time of the live stream so they could get FaceTime on my live stream. If either one of you 2 guys show your face on my live stream again, I will personally go to your channel and block you. You've never given me a shout out on your live stream, say, you know, by the way, there's a guy named Michael Fazio who's making videos about what's going on. No, you've never done that. If I was on your live stream, you put me on there so that you can get FaceTime with me on your live stream, because you buy bears. So 2 bears, you don't know anything about how the internet works. For you to say in your comment yesterday that Google resets their servers once in a while, therefore people are unsubscribed from your channel, that's total nonsense. Okay, yesterday I used a different word and my video got censored. It took away the monetization, like I care about that. But so it's nonsense. You don't know what you know about the internet is your name. You should change your name if you want to go under the title of what you know about the internet is 2 zeros, not 2 bears, 2 zeros. Okay, because Google did not reset their servers and destroy Nicholson 1968's videos. Google did not reset their servers and destroy some worthless channel like what's another worthless channel? David something. I forgot the guy's name. I don't like him. Plays a guitar. I don't like that guy at all. I never liked him. Anyway, Google didn't reset their servers and destroy Mike Rivero's channel. Why? Because Mike Rivero is part of the New World Order / Google / Agenda 2021 prophecy. Mike Rivero was allowed to stay online and get a lot of views because he doesn't really tell you the truth about anything. But more, I remember David Wilcox. What a worthless blogger he is, in my opinion. An absolutely worthless blogger. Now, Nicholson, 1968, we'll use him as an example. You go tell him that I said this too, because in the 10 years that I've been on YouTube, he has never ever mentioned any of my discoveries on his channel about the dollar bill, about the Vatican, about the Bible, and yet he professes to be a channel that talks about the New World Order, and he does. But why has his subscriber base not been decimated? Well, I'll tell you why. I mean, it's not complicated. At some point in their career, these people made a deal with the people that are pushing the New World Order. Now, as many videos as Nicholson 1968 puts up, even the one I could show you on the screen right now that I have up. I mean, I do listen to his videos, and he does have a lot of good information in his videos. But why does he have 60,000 subscribers? And he'll put out a video on March 25th at night, so it was really 3 days ago, and he'll get 23 to 25,000 views on every video he puts up with 60,000 subscribers. Now, I have close to 20,000 subscribers. So theoretically, by the numbers, and it's all numbers with Google and YouTube, by the numbers, I should get a third of that, or 8,000 views. But that's not necessarily true, because as I spoke about the 2 worthless vloggers in the Philippines that have garbage content, they might have, one has 50,000 subscribers, and he'll get He'll put out a video every day and get 15 to 23,000 views on every single video. Absolute garbage, as far as I'm concerned, has nothing to do with anything of real value that will help people, especially foreigners. And the other guy, when he puts on a live stream, he just goes, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, look, it's so-and-so from Oshkosh Begosh." That's all he says. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything. He never talks about politics. He never talks about anything of substance, and he gets 8 to 12,000 views per video. And they're garbage. None of them compared to anything I do knocking around with the guys on construction sites or the jeepneys. So that's how they treat people that talk about nonsense. They could be talking about how to plant a tree or something like that. Or they'll get 10,000 views on how to plant freaking tomatoes in the Philippines. Is it important stuff? No. But how do they get 10,000 views on some worthless video about planting tomatoes in the Philippines? It's because Google sticks their video thumbnail in other people's videos when the video they're watching ends. It's because Google puts their name to the sidebar. It's because Google puts their name in a high up on the list of planting tomatoes, whereas mine they bury. And that's okay, because they own the server and they can do what they want. But the fact that these people who have absolutely worthless nonsense garbage on their channel and don't say anything and never get involved with anything that's real is pretty sickening. And the last time, the funny thing is, the last time I've heard from either one of these two worthless vloggers in the Philippines was when I put Shout Out in the Philippines on, and they came on and they talked to each other and everybody on the live stream, telling them about how they could go to their channel and see this and that. And yet, when I've watched videos about their live stream and someone says, "What about how's Fazio doing?" No, I don't know anything about Fazio. I haven't seen him in a while. But they heard when I was doing a shout out video, they were on my live stream. So you two guys are persona non grata, as are many. So digressing back to Two Bears for the last time, you know nothing about how the algorithms work. So if I put out a video and it got 238 views on a live stream, and in 2 more days, it got 20 views, exactly 20 views on 3 or 4 of them. What is 20 divided by 20,000? It's less than 10% of 20,000 would be 2,000 views. 1% would be 200 views. 1/10 of 1% is what Google is giving me. I couldn't fit that in the title though. So Google is giving me 1/10 of 1% of my total subscriber base in views on a typical video. That's relatively important. Okay, I talked about the skull and bones on the dollar bill. My video has 2,160 views. Anybody else who talks about the Skull and Bones Society, even if they have 500 subscribers, they'll get 50, 60, 70, 80,000 views on their video. And some worthless verbiage on their video, some worthless picture that they took from the Skull and Bones Society, and they talk about it for 3 minutes, they'll get 90,000 views, 138,000 views. Me, I give you actual information that it's on the dollar bill. The dollar bill that has been put worldwide, the dollar bill is the most recognizable currency. In fact, the most recognized symbol in the world is the Great Pyramid because it's on the dollar bill. And I'll put out a video saying that the Skull and Bones Society uses my pictures from my book, proving that the Ark of the Covenant's on the dollar bill. And in 3 days, it got 20 views. Somebody else will just say the word Skull and Bones and picture, no dollar bill, no reference to anything get 138,000 views. Nicholson 1968 will show other people's dollar bill videos, but he won't show mine. And that's how I know that Nicholson 1968 is a New World Order shill. Because if he was really interested in proving that the New World Order controlled America, and that America was controlled by the Vatican, and the Bank of London was controlled by the Vatican, and America works hand in hand with the Bank of London and the United States government, then he would be posting my channel video as a primary video on his channel. And I would let him do that. But he won't, because he is part of the New World Order. I am the one channel on the entire internet that has proven, I am the one single channel on the entire internet of the tens of millions of channels that talk about conspiracy theories. I am the only channel on all of the internet that has actually physically proven a connection between the Vatican, the Bank of London, and the Vatican and Washington, D.C. I'm the only person in the world. Not to come up with the concept. Everybody knew the concept was there, but I proved it existed. And I proved it existed in pictographic format and using the Bible to discern the symbols on the dollar bill, or vice versa. The dollar bill to discern the words in the Bible. And yet no other person, not another channel in the entire tens of millions of people on YouTube, not one other channel has ever posted a single video saying that the skull and bones was on the dollar bill, unless they were referencing my video. They have never done any research on it, even though it's there for everybody in the world to see. They have never made a video attesting to the fact that Michael Fazio discovered the skull and bones on the dollar bill. They have never made a reference to my book, Angels on the Ark, and they never will, because these people that you think, or other people think, because Google gives great seers, they're not great seers. They're just New World Order shills. Yep, and there we go. The connection is lost. Dun, da, 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 da. I lost the connection as soon as I said New World Order shills. As soon as I said that. So I guess, I don't know if it's still there. It's still there. I'll read the comments. I'll go back to reading the comments now. Amazing. Okay, Jack says it's on. Okay, so we did have a troll on this show, and he was deleted by Jack Thompson. Thank you, Jack. Jack Thompson. Michael got to my channel under my friend Michael Fazio. The tugboat video is the last one. Check it out. Okay, so I'll check that. I did go look for that. Thank you, Jack. Jane, Art of Inspiration. Let's see what you have to say today. You keep asking the same stupid question, Jane. You've been asking that question for a year or 2 years. So I'll answer it again, because it's a good question, but it's a stupid question. I have answered that question multiple times on multiple shows and multiple videos, even made videos specifically for that. Manny Skywatch disappeared 5-6 years ago. No one has ever heard from him again. He was building a boat, a 26-foot or 23-foot fishing boat somewhere in Canada by himself on some piece of land. That's the last time anybody ever heard of him. Now, will you please stop asking me that question? Please. You've asked it on other live streams. I've told you no one knows where Manny is 6 months ago, a year ago. If that's all you have to say, then please go on some other worthless channel that Not that my channel is worthless, but some other worthless channel that once associated itself with Manny Skywatch. No one knows if Manny is alive. No one knows if Manny is dead. Manny never returned any of my emails, and I can't tell you what's happened to him. So please stop asking that question. I don't understand what I have to say to you. How many times does somebody have to answer the same question? Are you drunk? Are you on some kind of medication that you don't remember the answer from the previous live stream that I answered? Are you not able to comprehend words that come out of my mouth? What is it with you that you can't comprehend that no one has heard from Manny in 5 or 6 years? What is it about you that just because you've been a member of my community for 10 years, and what is it with you? What has happened to your mind that you can't remember? No one knows where Manny is or what he's doing. I think I answered that question. Okay, Blue Rose says he's, Blue Rose has released a piece of information. My name is Andrew, and I bear witness to the censorship of Michael Fazio. So, Boss Lady YouTube, I figured out who you were. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you, Boss Lady. I did figure out who you were in a live stream I was watching last night. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, now, another thing that Jack Thompson mentions is that people that don't have any content on their channel, of course, they're allowed to ask questions and they're allowed to make comments. But I don't feel the obligation to answer any of those questions or comments. If they're intelligent, I will. However, if you have zero, in fact, one of those comments paid off, as President Trump would say, bigly. Last week, I got a comment, going on 8 or 9 days now, I got a comment from a man called G.E. Northcote. I don't remember the comment, I'll ad-lib. And I only remember it because it was a complimentary comment, but it was a left-hand backhanded compliment as well. It said, Michael Fazio, let's cut to the chase. If you go, you're as, I don't know, was nutty as a squirrel's nest or something to that effect. Okay, the guy said I was nuts. Okay, and then he said, however, you do make people smile, and by making people smile, if you go down, if you're remembered in history for nothing else than to make people smile, that would be a legacy that man G.E. Northcote would be proud of for himself. So basically, G.E. Northcote said, I make people laugh, I make people smile because of my nutty ways on YouTube or crazy ways on YouTube. I don't care what you say. However, my words are truthful. So, Two Bears, when I said to you that Google is censoring my channel, and I know I said I wouldn't go back to this, but I wasn't finished with you yet. When I said that Google censors my channel and you tried to tell me that it was YouTube resetting their servers, that's a lie. Not only is it a lie, it's a stupid lie. Okay, now, I only mentioned you in the title as kind of an apology that I got on your case yesterday the way I did, but you deserved it. Don't come on my channel and post lies. I'm not going to allow that. I don't allow people to lie. If I know it's a lie, and that was a lie, so you came on my channel and posted something as truth, and you don't know anything about how YouTube's algorithms work. Now, why does YouTube censor me? Because I am the sole person on all of the internet that has proven beyond doubt that the Vatican controls the Bank of England or the Skull and Bones Society, and it controls Washington, D.C. Now only, all of the prophecies that I posted in my previous videos, they're all coming true. So when I posted a video, which you can't see because you're not a $20 or above member, of my Patreon community. And I took those videos down not because of Google censorship. I took them down because Google decided that those videos had no monetary value. So I'm helping Google by removing the videos that have no monetary value and moving them over to my Patreon account, which makes people sign up for my Patreon account or gives people at this point, I'm pretty sure I have 750 videos on Patreon. Some of them are as long as a lot of them are 46 minutes long. Some of them are just over 1 hour and 10 minutes long. Many of them are 2.5 or 3 minutes to 10 minutes. But of that 700 videos, Boss Lady YouTube, if I'm correct, you could just put yes or no later on. Boss Lady YouTube is a member of my Patreon community, and several others have referred to my Patreon page through private messages saying that they don't believe how much content, real content, in regards to comedy and political satire that I have on my Patreon account. Now, I'm not asking people to go to my Patreon account and sign up because personally, it's a choice that you have to make. But I give you entertainment value here in my live streams, on my video uploads that I took off. I thought I took 2,800 off. I had the numbers transversed. I left 2,800 on. I took 4,000 videos off of YouTube. And eventually, I'm slowly loading them back onto another channel that will never become public. I have 2 other channels that I'm formulating. Now, Blue Rose will attest to this because he helped me set up the channel. So, digressing back for the last time, 2 Bears, if you don't know what you're talking about, you might be an electrical engineer and you might not. I didn't go to your channel and see any videos, although I won't say there are no videos. I just don't care enough about what you said to go to your channel and see if you have videos to back up what you said. And you may have them and you may not have them, but I just don't care. I was on the show last night. 6 or 7 people yesterday asked me to come to their channel and look at their videos. I don't care about their videos. Their videos might be about Philippines. They might be about something that's happening in their town in, Alaska or not Alaska because of Big Kevin, but just Alaska, something that's happening about fishing in the halibut fishing industry. I don't care about any of that stuff. If I had time to watch more videos, I'd watch more documentaries. But for people to say, I signed up for your channel, sub my channel back, and we'll help each other grow. I don't care about your content. Unless your content aligns exactly with my content, I don't care about your content. How much time do you think I have? And how many shout outs did I give? How many dozens of people? And all I got for it back in return was nothing. I got nothing back, basically. Okay. Except for I got the fella Biggie in Cebu gives me a shout out every show. And he likes my channel. Him and I have actually come to terms with one another that we are very similar in thought, in mind, thought, and almost in age. And we both agree on the certain philosophies in life, not all, but certain. So he can't stop talking about shout outs for me when I go on the show. And I appreciate that. And mostly, especially when I go on Chi Corsair's show, she gives me wonderful shout outs. And she sincerely means it because she always shows up on my live streams or mentions something on my video. She watches my stuff. Now, last night, Biggie and she had a show on, and there were a lot of people whose names I've heard, and in fact, some of the people I'm going to meet soon. So those people who call reciprocity reciprocate with shout outs for my channel and what I do. I appreciate that. But to the other people, like Two Bears, you had a worthless, wrong, upside down, backwards comment based on ignorance of how the system works. I'm telling you how the system works. My name, Michael Fazio, hoodwinked by an angel, is in fact in their computer. Big E said my name last night on his live stream, something about love. And no sooner did he say my name that his upload, that live stream that he was doing, did it start, it went offline. No sooner did he say my name. He said the name Michael Fazio, something about Michael Fazio has a great channel, and then his live stream just started circling, initiating, and that was it for about 45 seconds. Came back. But when he said Michael Fazio hoodwinked by an angel, the live stream died for 45 seconds. So I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but I do know that Nicholson, 1968, who talks about New World Order and has a video about John F. Kennedy's speech, the one where he talks about secret societies, and he shows pictures of the Masonic link to the dollar bill. All of these worthless, simple little things on the dollar bill he shows videos about, but not my homepage video, because he's afraid to put my homepage video on. Because my homepage video is the most prolific video on the face of this flat earth that exists, proving that the Vatican, the Skull and Bones, and Washington, D.C., the Bank of England, and the Bohemian Grove Society, there are three members of the same society. They are three members of the same entity that formulate a conglomerate of entities, the Vatican being the most powerful. You can think whatever you want. You can think that we gained our freedom during World War II from England. None of that happened. England never relinquished our freedom. It may have looked like that, but it never happened. They just retreated. So you people that think that we gained our freedom from England, nothing is further from the truth. And George Washington, even though he was a Mason, he talked about secret societies within secret societies that had a foothold on America that were based basically from the Illuminati or England. And more specifically, those entities date back to the Catholic Church or the Vatican. George Washington wrote extensively on this subject. Okay? And there are many other presidents that wrote extensively on this subject. But not a single person of the tens of millions of YouTubers, not a single other person has been able to prove that the Vatican controls London and Washington, D.C. They have articles that say it. They have documentaries that they refer to that say the Vatican is a very powerful organization. They have luminaries in literature and movie industry that all imply that the Vatican controls many things, many tentacles of society. Michael Fazio, me. I'm the only person in the known world, flat earth, universe, or YouTube community. I am the only single entity on the entire platform of the entire internet that has proven that the Vatican controls America. And yet, Nicholson, 1968, somehow missed my videos. That other schlep, I forgot the guy's name. The Ikester, David Icke. He's another New World Order shill. Don't mistake David Icke as a truth seer, because he's not. David Wilcox just happened to come out around the same time as David Icke, and he has nothing of any content. He has never come up with an original idea. My dollar bill videos with the skull and bones and the Ark of the Covenant, that's an original idea called the high concept. That's why YouTube censors my channel, Two Bears. Okay, that's why they do it. That's why David Icke is afraid to put anything of my book, Angels on the Ark, or my videos on his website. He's afraid because that is the real truth. The stuff that David Icke feeds you is truthful and subterfuge. He is never, ever going to tell you the truth, the truth that he knows exists. Now, Alex Jones is another New World Order shell that got too big for his britches, and he said some things that got him thrown off of Google and YouTube. I don't know what Alex Jones was, what kind of drug or alcohol-induced state of mind Alex Jones was on. I did hear that Alex Jones drank a lot. Do I know it's true? No, I don't know it's true. People say a lot of stuff on the internet. But for a couple of weeks, Alex Jones was posting information on the internet, which, to be fair, may or may not be true, because I was not privy to his information. But he got thrown off the internet for that. Now, since then, no one has been able to prove what he said to be wrong. Okay, so actually, he may have been correct, what he said. And I won't tell you what he said, because then that would be the end of my channel. Okay, it would be that simple. That is one piece of information that is either provable or not provable, that he posted knowing his channel, knowing he should not have posted the information. He did it anyway, and he got thrown off of YouTube and Google. Therefore, he lost, I think, 3 billion views, whatever. Now, I know I've talked to Alex Jones on the phone twice. He's a worthless, lying, backstabbing man. Okay, he sloughed off my idea that the Vatican controlled America as if it wasn't even possible, even though I sent him proof, videos. I sent him a copy of my book, and I sent him a letter saying this is how this works. And he said, no, we're not going to post anything from your channel on his YouTube channel. And then he went one step further, and I said, well, look, how much would it cost for me to put my book on your website? And he told me $38,000 US for 3 months contract. So I would have to contract to put my book, Angels on the Ark, an ebook, on his website, and it would be a rotating, I learned all of this back then, a rotating advertisement, which means maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning, it would be at the top of the page, and maybe at 8 o'clock in the morning, it would be on the bottom, the last of 20 pages of advertisements. No guarantee it would ever be at the top at a prime time hour. No guarantee it would even ever get to the top of the page. But the only guarantee was $38,000 for a 3-month contract, or I could try it out for a month for $15,000. At which point I told not Alex Jones, but his agent that ran his website. I told them what they could do with their website, and I never, that's $15,000. It's not like my advertisement is going at the top of Infowars.com for 30 days. It's a rotating. It was a rotating website. It could be anywhere at any time. It could be at the top of the page at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night. Who's watching the internet at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, Sunday morning? Nobody. All right, so Jack Thompson. Okay, I gotta take this part of it. I should tell you, yesterday, more than, I don't know, a lot of times, people liked my new mask. A lot of people were walking around going, "Guapo, guapo, guapo." They all liked my mask. So here's a side view. I can't tell you. Boy, this thing is itchy. I can't tell you how many people liked the mask. Everybody liked the mask. But I'm going to wear this mask into the city because the jeepney got stopped yesterday, and a military officer came onto the jeepney and just looked around real quick. There were no temperature sensing guns or anything like that. Everybody turned around and looked at him when the driver told them to look at the military officer, and he went like this. He gave it a thumbs up, and we left. On the way back, I came back on a tricycle. We slowed down. They waved us on. They saw we both had masks on. But in the store, I got to tell you, more people recognized me with this mask on and said, "Hey, Fazio, hey, Rabbi." More people recognized me and said hello yesterday than any other day since I've been in the Philippines. Now, I want to tell you, I'm going to tell you a story about the meat in the BQ Mall as opposed to the meat in the ICM Mall. So if you live or ever shop in Bohol, I surely suggest, although I have been an avid shopper in the BQ Mall for I can't tell you how many years, 5 years, 7 or 8 months ago, I shopped at the ICM Mall. There's no comparison. The one thing that's different is the ICM Mall prices are a little bit more. And when I say a little bit more, I mean anywhere from 5%. So a loaf of bread, the same loaf by the same company in BQ is 39 pesos. In ICM, it's 44. So it's a 5 peso difference for a 40 peso loaf of bread. So actually, that's 11% more for bread. So that, I'm going to tell you, is in fact a reality. Cabbage in ICM is only the fresh stuff. That they get that stuff, and from I even think that the possibility exists that their fresh produce comes in a refrigerated truck. Because if you buy produce from ICM, it will stay fresh for 10 days. If you buy produce from the farmer's market, which is typically the produce can stay outside at ambient air temperature, just covered up at night with sheets, plastic sheets, and any kind of rodent or rat can run around on it, which, that's just part of being in the vegetable market business. That doesn't bother me. I just rinse it off or pull the outside leaves off of it. However, their vegetables, let's just say you see them come in fresh in bushel baskets that they still use here, even regular wooden bushel baskets. I find that interesting. but they also have plastic baskets. And their produce will last six or 7 days. But the produce in ICM will last 8 to 10 or 11 days. So that's 4 more days of lasting ability for the vegetables. So I think their vegetables come in a refrigerated truck. Now, but here's what I discovered a few months back is that the price of pork, because we don't get cow meat like you guys get in America. There's no such thing as buying a T-bone steak here. You could go to the market. You won't see a T-bone steak. If they do exist, they get bought up right away, or if they do exist, they go to restaurants, but you won't in BQ or ICM. But pork is 235 pesos now per kilo. I can't show you what it is, but it's a pretty lean cut of pork. I would say 20% or less in the BQ mall is fat on that 235 peso piece of pork. But in the ICM mall, 15% or less is fat. Same name, the same cut, the same basic piece of meat. But if you buy a piece of meat in the BQ mall, it comes unrefrigerated to them, I think. I can't be sure. I've never seen a piece of refrigerated pork. Unless it comes out